Welcome back to the Mayorverse, everybody. This is Midnight Mayor, aka Mayor Reynolds here, coming at you with an important video for DEADROP Snapshot V, which has totally changed the game. So if you haven't heard yet, the tower key is now available, and tons of people can now buy into access DEADROP Snapshot V. Those people will have access to DEADROP and all the snapshots going forward until the game is eventually fully released and free to play for everyone. You get some skins and some other stuff. But with all these new people coming into the tower, I thought this would be a good time to take a look and give new players some tips. I've been playing DEADROP since day one. I am a founder, I am a variant, and I've got a lot of insight. I've played the heck out of this snapshot. I streamed for 7 hours yesterday, 5 hours the night before that. There's a lot to learn. There's a lot of new features, even for returning variants who just get into Snapshot 5. There's so much to go over here, and I've got some tips that are going to help you specific to DEADROP itself, the extraction shooter genre, but it's got some quirks, and you can take advantage of those. We're going to talk about gameplay mechanics, everything. So I'm going to roll some footage from my stream yesterday, some gameplay, and I'm also going to show you some specific clips while I'm discussing certain elements. So, with no further ado, here we go. Here are my tips for new and returning DEADROP players in Snapshot 5. Alright, first things first. This one's an easy one. This is an easy win. When you're on the main screen, if you have no loot, or if you're just starting, you have no weapons in your cache, on the left-hand side, you can take a free pistol that will let you choose which pistol you want to take in with you. They'll give you about 60 bullets and the pistol, so you don't have to go in completely naked, so to speak, and find a gun. You don't have to scramble. Take that free pistol. It's free, it costs you nothing, and then you can at least defend yourself. I recommend the auto pistol. It's probably the strongest pistol right now. I'm going to do a whole video about the weapon meta that's coming very soon, so subscribe to the channel if you want to see that. I would highly recommend the auto pistol. I would recommend staying away from the heavy pistol, the kind of revolver style gun. The auto pistol's actually pretty serviceable, and even if you go in with no gun, you can find loot pretty quick in this game, which is really nice. But take that free pistol. No reason to risk it going in unless you just want to do it for the challenge. Now, as you're seeing in this clip here, in this footage here, you're watching from my stream, DEADROP is a vertical extraction shooter. They say that because the map, the whole game is designed with verticality in mind, and the rising cold makes a huge difference. And I'm going to show you a clip of how fast that kills me, or kills anyone, here in a moment. It is indiscriminate. It kills very quick, and it forces players upward as the match goes on. If you don't know, the rising cold in DEADROP, in cold storage at least, you can see it down below. It's ice that creeps its way up. It will kill players who are down below and forces players up. So with that said, basically, as soon as you spawn in, you should be working your way to the top of the tower. You don't actually need to be at the tippy top right away. You've got plenty of time to get loot and get up there. You can't stay at the bottom. This reduces people who are just going to camp at the bottom the whole game. Keeps the match going. It keeps the pace of play high and fast. I love it, but everybody should be trying to get high, not only because of the rising cold, but because of the advantage. And this goes for any shooter the high ground presents. As you can see, I'm on the prowl up here up top with a sniper rifle. I can see virtually half the map and snipe people while I am up there. So get to the top, if not only for the advantage, but to avoid the rising cold. And to show you that the rising cold is no joke, here you go. Here's a clip of me from my first stream of DEADROP Snapshot 5, actually. Friday, right after the event, I just jumped down, trying to climb it. Look how fast it's ticking away at my health. I'm already at 2/3 health, and you can't just heal through it like in Apex Legends or PUBG. Here I go, I'm trying to find my way out. This is the damage it does right off the rip. It doesn't get progressively higher, it doesn't start slow. It kills you very, very, very fast. So with that said, let's talk about extracting. This is an extraction shooter. Don't forget, this is not a battle royale. This is not an arena shooter, though it does have elements of both of those, and it's a very interesting combination of those. And I'm going to talk about that in a moment. If you really want to play the game safely and build your stash and get better weapons and extract with stuff like the comics or different paint jobs for your car, you should extract. And there's various methods of extraction. You just saw me extracting from the helicopter. That is one of the forms of extraction. When you're playing the game, it notifies you that the helicopter has landed. It always lands in that exact same spot. So if you want to try to extract, you can be on that side of the map or camp around there if you're looking to avoid combat. jump on it right when it comes. Or if you're like me, you can be on that side of the map and be looking to snipe people or looking to get on the helicopter. You make yourself pretty vulnerable when you run out there. And that's their first form of extraction, is through the helicopter. And again, it is an extraction shooter, so take your loot. Sometimes it's better. I like to go for high kill games and to get the dead drop and to be the last man standing, almost battle royale style. But it is an extraction shooter, and that means that you can extract, take your loot with you. That's kind of the point of the game, guys. So, and there's multiple ways to do that. There's 4 ways to do it in cold storage. The helicopter is just one. I don't have another clip for you of the others, but I will tell you what they are. So there's a zip line extraction. That is one of the very early forms of extraction. When it first opens up, it marks it on your map, and it's just a long zip line off the tower. All you have to do is walk over to it, hit F. As long as you don't get shot off of it, you can extract. I have not been contested when I do this. This is kind of the most risk-free form of extraction, I think. I'm definitely going to snipe somebody off it someday, but that's probably the easiest. Second, or no, I should say third, there are maglock extractions. These are eventually, they're big sets of doors with green lights all over them. And when you activate them, there's a countdown. There's like a timer that starts, and it makes lots of flashing lights, and it makes lots of loud noise. And you can, once it counts down, you can get off of it, or just go right through it and you're out. But they're randomly generated. They're not always in the same spots. They move around. I think it seems to me that when you first drop into the game, there's a limited number of them, and once they're used, they're used. They're closed once the first person gets to it and uses it. So you can't always rely on those doors. Again, they're in different places, and you just can't. You will kind of you'll get the idea of where they are after you play the game enough. They're just not always in the same spots. So you have to check. Okay, is there actually a maglock extraction in this area? The most difficult version, which is what you're watching right here, is the top of the tower. There is a lift. There's a giant lift in the middle that is closed. You can't get on it until the final 2 minutes of the match. You can see right now it's counting down. There's about 36 seconds left. This is at the very top of the tower. The doors have now opened, and you can get on that lift and ride that lift out of cold storage, out of the tower, and extract. Here's the deal, though. It's at the very top. It's going to be highly contested. It is probably the most highly contested area of the whole map. It's the highest tactical spot to hold for the whole match. And again, that's where the rising cold, you're going to be protected from the rising cold essentially the whole game until that point. So what you're seeing a lot of people do right now, in this instance, me and this guy made it out together. He called out, "Hey man, I want to ride the lift. Don't kill me, don't kill me." And I actually let him go. I let him ride the lift. And we made a truce. Bear in mind, several people have claimed they're going to do this. I've heard it, and then once the lift drops, once they're all on it, they kill each other. One or two of them survive of the 4 or 5 or 6 of them that are riding it. So don't always trust it. That's the most risky, and it's the final ride out of there, because as that thing goes up, the rising cold is right behind it. If you miss that, you're dead. You don't get out. That's literally the last ride out. It's a lot of fun, and I love the different forms of extraction that they've added to this game. It adds some different decision-making elements, different styles of play. Maybe you kind of want to stealth out. Maybe you want to be like an action movie hero, ride the helicopter out, ride the lift up and betray people on the lift, or try to call a truce, whatever. But there's various forms of extraction. Remember to use those, guys. You don't need to kill everybody, even though players like me just want to kill everybody. But be smart, make good decisions, build up your stash. That's how technically you will become strongest. And collect the most things in DEADROP as well. Okay, the weapon meta right now. I'm going to do a whole video about the weapon meta. But right now, let me give you a summary. The sniper rifle and the rifles are best, in my opinion. The sniper rifle is by far the most powerful weapon in the game. Pick it up anytime you find it, even if it doesn't have a scope. You can no scope with the thing. For many people, it's a one-shot kill, depending on where you hit. It used to be a one-shot kill in Snapshot 4 anywhere, but because of the body armor and helmet system, it is not always. But a lot of times, it's going to be a one-shot kill on people, at worst, 2 shots. So it's very strong. You don't even need a scope. Use it. If you find a sniper rifle, pick it up. It's the best gun in the game. Okay, after that, I would go with again, the rifles. The DMR is considered a rifle. It is very, very, very good. You can put a long range scope on it. The bullet drop is minimal. It's very easy to lead your shots. Don't discount the DMR, even with a nighttime scope on it. It's very good. You can pick people off at a range. It does a lot of damage. Even in a mid-range fight against other stuff, if you can just hit them with 3-4 shots, you're gonna kill your enemy with a DMR, even though it's single fire. Then there is Rifle A, kind of the OG rifle, the all-purpose full auto rifle of the game. It's a very solid weapon. Utilize it. The LMG, not so great, not so meta, not my favorite gun. Serviceable. Shotguns are greatly improved. I've seen people 1- and 2-shotting people with shotguns. This snapshot, don't be afraid to use them. SMG, I feel, is very underrated. It has a very large clip, very quick time to kill. I just picked it up right here. Used to be a rifle in the old builds. I love it. It takes pistol ammo. There's a lot of extended pistol mags around. It takes a laser, and from the hip, it is very, very accurate, which I like. You know, running, jumping, you can play more acrobatic with it because of that fast fire rate, low time to kill. SMG, very good. Again, pistols, go with the auto pistol. Avoid stuff like the heavy pistol. Personally, I would avoid the LMG as much as possible. And as far as shotguns go, definitely go with the pump or the auto shotgun, in my opinion. Full video coming on that. Okay, next, let's talk about smokes. Smokes are actually very important. This is a great tip for players that I haven't seen too many people using. In this clip right here, I believe this is one where I smoke the healing station. Is this the clip where I smoke the healing station? Yeah. So I'm kind of on the run. I'm at 1/3 health. Pull out a smoke grenade. Somebody's coming after me, and you could either smoke that door or smoke the actual healing station, hit it, and then get out of there. Bear in mind, in this clip, I'm vulnerable from sniper fire from the top, but you get the idea. Same thing goes for looting. I haven't seen many people do this. When you kill somebody, looting can make you very vulnerable. This goes for any battle royale game, any extraction shooter. Throw smoke grenades if you need, especially in contested or open areas. Here we go. I pick up a smoke. I'm headed down. Just killed that guy. I believe there's 2 bags down there for me to loot. And I throw a smoke, and that will help protect me while I'm looting, so I don't get sniped in one shot or somebody runs up on me with an AR from behind, and I'm safe. So utilize those smoke grenades. Those are new to this particular snapshot, and they're very useful. Okay, going back to, I don't know what clip this is. We're gonna watch it. Going back to the game design in general. This is a game that has a sin system, is what it's called. It has a respawn system, much different than other, extraction shooters or battle royales, where usually you die once and you are out. We all know the games like Apex and Fortnite have introduced respawn systems, but you rely on your teammates. In this game, because right now it's solo play only, there's what's called the sin system, where you respawn as a synthetic copy of yourself. And what you can do with this, again, you respawn with essentially nothing but an auto pistol, but you're back in the game. So death is not the end in DEADROP. You can respawn up to twice. Don't get discouraged. I love this system. I'm gonna do a whole video about this system. You can come back. Not only can you can make a fresh run, kind of, and start looting again and see what happens, but you can also try to get revenge and go back and find your stuff that you dropped. Doesn't take that long to navigate the whole map. It's pretty nice. Go back, get the stuff that you dropped, or just get revenge and kill the person that killed you. That's pretty satisfying. Maybe take your stuff back from him or her after you've killed them. I love this. This increases the pace of play, and I think it makes it friendlier for new players. You don't just drop in, die in 60 seconds. You get to come right back, and again, you have a fighting chance with that auto pistol to succeed. All you have to do is survive till the end and extract somehow. So even if you lost everything you had, if you can kill one person or find another bag that's laying on the ground, you can loot up again, kill more people, or extract and get out with some stuff. I love this. It's very fun, and it really makes the matches more engaging, in my opinion. It's definitely a different style of play, and I love it. It's very unique in the extraction shooter space. Okay, as you see me doing much of this gameplay footage, don't be afraid to put away your gun. You move so much faster when you put away your gun. You're seeing me do it like right here. It can make you much more acrobatic, athletic. You can jump further. You can just move faster. So if somebody's chasing you, they're shooting at you, they're sniping at you, hit X on your keyboard to put away your gun and sprint. And I guarantee you're gonna notice, you're gonna feel a momentum change. You move much quicker. You're much harder to shoot. If you're running through an open area, just go. Put away your gun, run through it. Don't be afraid. Again, use smokes if you have to, and sprint your way to safety or to close the gap between somebody that you are chasing. Hunt them down, put away your gun. Don't be afraid to do it. Pull out your gun very, very quickly. The last thing that I want to point out to people, or one of the last things actually, is the climbing in this game. So you'll notice in certain areas there are pipes. All you have to do is walk up and hit F. Climb them, just like using a zip line. Here you go. Here's one right here. Hit F, and you can now climb this pipe. You can use this instead of running through open areas or stairs. You can just climb up that pipe. People usually don't think to check there. This is just like the ledge hanging system. You can also do that. If somebody is, chasing you, go hang off of a ledge, and maybe you can lose them and then pop up behind them and take them out. But the pipe climbing really helps you. Again, maybe you're trying to outrun the rising cold. You can't find a way up, but there happens to be a pipe nearby. Climb up it, get to the next level, sprint to safety. There's also bars at the very top. If you'll notice when you're up at the tower, go around the outside edge near the lift, and you will notice bars that you can hang from and like shimmy your way across. I feel like Sam Fisher or Solid Snake when I'm doing this. It's very stealthy, very good for relocating. As you guys know, in extraction shooters and battle royale games, relocating is highly recommended. It's very important. You don't want to, keep peeking the same spot 100 times, especially in a game with a respawn system where people might be coming back to kill you. Move, and sometimes being able to move across those bars at the top. There's ladders of the game all over the place that you can climb up as well. But being able to move like that without people seeing you is very advantageous. Just beware of your surroundings, because you're not going to be able to shoot while you're shimmying across the bar. And if somebody's looking at that angle with a sniper rifle, I hate to tell you, but you're not going to make it. Okay, last thing. When you are out in the menu system in DEADROP, so the new menu system, which is different than the Snapshot 4 menu system. Before we had the garage, and we had, the hideout, which are currently out for Snapshot 5. And now you can drag and drop your attachments on your guns, and that's very useful and handy. But did you know that the old weapon customization system, is still in the game? All you have to do is from your stash or from your inventory, hit Shift and click on the weapon, and it will bring up a whole new interface where you can select different attachments from your inventory to put on your guns. It's easier, it's more organized. That way you can kind of see your whole inventory. It'll give you drop-down menus showing what scopes you have available to you, what attachments you have available to you. Also note that the barrel attachments, the stocks and such, have varying levels, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Some people probably haven't quite noticed that. So if you're trying to build out the best sniper or the best rifle you can, you'll be able to see which stocks and which level quality you have and be able to choose which ones you want on the gun if you're trying to go super try hard for the next match or whatever. So that's it, guys. That's it for this video. Those are the tips and tricks that I have for DEADROP Snapshot 5. I'll be uploading a ton more videos to this channel about DEADROP and Midnight Society, as I have been for months and months and months. I'm dedicated to this game, and if you want more news, updates, tips and tricks, gameplay videos, everything DEADROP, subscribe to the channel. Let me know if any of these tips helped you down in the comments, or if you have tips for other players, and we'll see you in the next video. Mayor Reynolds, out.